Alright, everybody. So we're back.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Thanks, Jake. So, I've been busy in between episodes. Notably, I've come through here, I've grown a bunch of stuff, so I now have pretty much the max on everything except invisibility potions. And the reason I'm not maxed on invisibility potions is I don't have troll bogies, which is their ingredient, because I just haven't run into any trolls yet, really. I did the one at the very start of the game, and it's literally the only one I've ever found, so...
Deke hasn't
I'm assuming...
seen this many plants here before.
Thanks, Deke, but shut up. I'm wondering whether it's just... I go further in the main story? Because I've been doing a lot of side content. Like, I've been flying around and exploring, more so than actually doing missions. But, speaking of which, if we actually look at my missions... Also, hello everybody, I'm Tom, you're watching me play Hogwarts Legacy. Let's go to my quests. So I need to attend base class, I need to go talk to Goblin, which gets me a Lohomora, which I really want to do, because that unlocks more exploring for me to do. We also have the Helm of Urtkot, rather, which is to speak to Serona and the Throne Brewsix, which gets us to Pulso. We have Professor Garlic quest, which I've done the assignment. It was just use plants, essentially. But that gives us Flipindo, Madame Kagawa's, which gives us Arresto Momentum. And then we have Divination for Descendo. So I'm gonna go do all of these, I guess. Let's do the assignments first, I suppose. Because more spells is cool, I can play with more stuff. I'm already level 29. I think the max level is 40, I'm pretty sure. That's the max level on the map, so I'm assuming that that's the max level that we ever go to. And we wait. Interesting. Is he here at nighttime? I guess he's here at nighttime. Oh, is he gonna teach me how to get these fucking statues?
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
Indeed.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Interesting.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a Demiguise.
Interesting.
Demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are Demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness.
Fair.
Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'll be honest, I don't really trust him.
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
I mean, I'm gonna do it, because it gets me a spell. Also, my character seems to like mischief a fair amount. But I feel like it's such an odd series of events, right? 1, he's scared of a boggart. Kind of odd. And 2...
Alohomora.
Oop. Done.
Well done! You're in!
Revelio.
Use the disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area.
Alohomora.
I find it weird that the hospital is a restricted area, but okay.
Who, twit? That's it. 50 house points. You can't do that.
Revelio.
Well, this is dangerous. I'm in doubt, we're good.
Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though.
Revelio.
Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw?
Accio.
Be a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not.
Revelio.
I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time. It's interesting, because I already got the Demiguise. I wonder whether it's going to take the Demiguise off me, or whether or not it's just going to let me have it.
Revelio.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff? Ravenclaw?
I know when I see a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not.
Alright, pretty easy to get out now. I have both.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart.
Exactly.
Does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Cool.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
Interesting.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance?
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Good to know.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
I kind of want to do that right now and just find every single moon.
Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Indeed. But the reason that Peeves couldn't be the one doing it, I think Peeves is a poltergeist, right? Which differs from a ghost, where a ghost is a dead person, whereas a poltergeist is like a being that is created in a place to curse the place, as it were. So Peeves, like, he can only exist in Hogwarts. He can't actually live outside of Hogwarts. Interesting. So 9 moons. I really want to do this right now. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Oh. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go search for 9 moons.
Revelio.
Collected a
Mr.
bunch.
Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those Demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, my mind feels lighter already knowing those statues are gone. I did promise to show you how to improve casting Alohomora once you'd brought me enough moons. With that knowledge, you'll be able to break open even stronger locks. However, we don't yet know who's behind these statues. Still plenty of the foul things lying in wait to torture me. Oh. If you bring me more moons, I'll show you how to cast the most powerful form of Alohomora known to wizard kind. At least known to me.
Fair enough.
Keep looking for those moons, You'll save my sanity and we may get to the bottom of whoever's behind all of this.
An extra 13, okay. That's a lot.
Have you found any more of those ghastly devils?
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings. Any luck removing some more of those Demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Dear me, you have been busy. Incredible, thank you. You're ready for the final Alohomora lesson. With this knowledge, no lock shall ever stand in your way. You have done all I asked. I only wish I knew who put those statues everywhere in the first place. Alas. If you do find more, please feel free to remove them. You'll be doing your caretaker a huge service. And if I ever find out who the bully is behind this cruel trick, I shall let you know. Thank you once again for your assistance and tenacity.
Nice.
Now that you've mastered Alohomora, no lock is unbreakable. But do feel free to keep finding Demiguise statues and removing those moons.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting.
Hello.
Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better.
That's cool.
I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast food? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Yeah, the cats, right? Yeah. I've run into all these animals out in the wild. Which is cool.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
What a hateable little cunt. I'll kill him with a killing curse later, it's fine.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Oh, I'm gonna beat him up, don't worry
They're
about it.
nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Cool.
Hey, over here. Come on.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise.
Indeed.
At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back.
That's cool. I found a herd of hippogriffs out when I was exploring, which was really awesome. There was one that was like green.
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
That's really cool.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
Interesting.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Cool. So, I look a bit different than the last time you saw me. I have done a bit of exploration. I kind of just went around and did like, did a bunch of exploration and did a bunch of collectibles. You can see all the collectibles I've done there. I've kind of been avoiding chests for the most part. But Merlin Trials, I've done 67. I've done all of the ancient magic hotspots, so I have all of my magic bars. I've nearly done all the balloons. The last two I couldn't find. I think maybe they're going to be behind a quest. We're not sure. Demiguise statues, I got all I needed to finish the actual quest with the Alohomora guy, and then I haven't really done many more after that. Astronomy tables, I still don't know what they are. I did all of the landing platforms, and a couple of infamous foes. But I've done a bunch of experience. I am also level 30-something? I'm level 32. I think my suggested level for my current main story quest is, what, 12? So I'm kind of, 20 levels above where I need to be. But nevertheless, I did get a call from Piers Pemberton about the Demiguises. Demiguise? I think it's probably, the plural of Demiguise is probably Demiguise. But I'm interested in going to do that quest, so I think he was in Hogsmeade, it said.
Those statues took time and effort.
What do you think happens when the goblins rise?
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious Demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah. Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the Demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were inspired play on his name. It
Yeah, I got that
brilliantly,
one.
Until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You're no better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the Demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
Yes, him. That's the one.
Oh, he could always take a joke, Piers. He's playing with me. Ha! Hasn't changed a bit. Oh, I wonder if he still has the flowing locks. Pigtails. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues
so funny.
remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
That's hilarious. And also probably what a lot of bullying is, right? You have one person who's like, oh yeah, my good friend. And the other person's like, I hate them. Anyway, with that out of the way, we can go on to our main story quest, I think. I could probably get the rest of these to Daily Keys, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll get them when I get them, I guess. The Helm of Urtkot. Urtkot. Backwards. I said it backwards. That's cool. Let's go to Hogsmeade and talk to Sirona.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hi, Sirona.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Cool. Are you worried about Rookwood?
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day. They don't scare you.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't tolerate them going after my friends. Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with. They should, however, be confronted and reminded, whenever possible, that the rest of us have each other's backs.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, they each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
Makes sense.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Good to know. You know, it struck me the other day when I was thinking about this. Presumably, Sirona was put in this game, specifically Sirona being trans was put into this game because they were worried about the...
Again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Thanks, but I need to talk. The controversy with J.K. Rowling, right? Because, like, everyone's saying J.K. Rowling's a TERF, therefore you can't have, you can't buy the game because transphobia, all that kind of stuff. So they've put her in to quell people's fears about it, I guess. But the issue with it is that in a wizarding world, surely a transgender person would be indistinguishable from someone of the actual sex, right? You have magic. Like, why should she have a... Because she has a man's voice, and she has a man's face. And it doesn't make any sense that that would happen, right? Because you would think if you had magic, you could make your voice sound however you like. And if you have magic, you could change your face however you like. You can literally transfigure a goblet into a rat, or a rat into a goblet. Like, why could you not transfigure yourself perfectly? Which is interesting. Which obviously you can't do, because if she was just, you know, a woman, like, undistinguishably a woman, then no one would know she was trans, and if no one knew she was trans, then you can't do the virtue signal, right? It's interesting. It doesn't really make sense, but, you know, whatever.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
I think I have my headphones in the wrong ears, because I am getting weird directional sound. Give me a second. Indeed, I did. Alright.
You look familiar.
Hello, Lord Gok.
Hello, Lord Gok. Sorona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Fair enough.
Sorona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sorona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Interesting.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb. Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtkot. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling every day.
He's a very old goblin, isn't he? Like, I think goblins live for like hundreds of years anyway, but he seems very old even for a goblin.
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it? Revelio.
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
Pretty much all of them. Why is the helmet valuable?
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The Helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
In theory,
Considering
probably.
a dark witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the dark protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another.
Indeed.
I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
Into the Collector's Cave, shall we?
Revelio. It's sealed. Moths. Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser. I actually did another side quest that had a map that led me to treasure that was in the same kind of door.
Beard. I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
Infurious. I wonder if this is the first time you're supposed to run into them. I've run into them a lot, by the way.
Confringo! Stay back! Revelio. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. A dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Lodgok won't like this. Better show this to Lodgok. Lodgok. The sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first! We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
Go with me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
There they are. The Ashwinders.
Stupefy! You're going to regret that. Casting a full body bind curse on all of my colleagues. Protego! You're no match for me.
Okay, I need to summon an enemy.
Knew you were still.
Aha! Back for more. If you could have there you are. Gotcha. Incendio! Leviosa! I shall kill you for this when I get down from here! Expulso! Glacius! Incendio! Quite conductive! Descendo! What have you done? Expulso! More courage to Warlock! Expulso!
Arresto Momento Findo!
Look what you've done! You'll pay for that!
Descendo! Flipendo! Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
Give it back!
Revelio.
Easy enough.
That's it.
This is for Rookwood! I'll watch the light go out of your eye.
You've made a grave mistake.
You're the one.
Arresto momentum. Defendo. Descendo.
Oh.
Well, that was easy.
That's just the beginning. Novice luck. Think of...
What a loser.
Revelio.
Alright. And back to my goblin friend. Out of interest, does this actually act as a helmet? Wrong thing. No, it doesn't. I was gonna say, if you could just steal it, that'd be great.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
I mean, I killed them.
Then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites too, actually.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Cool. Any more? No more. Cool. So, let's go talk to Deke, shall we? Hogwarts map. Nope. Secret rooms. Room requirement.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howard said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where.
Interesting.
Come along then. Our first stop will...
In quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing.
Cool.
A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Puffskeins.
Revelio.
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Oh, it's an item, I say.
Persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
Depulso!
Caught them all.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Cool.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Cool.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Cool.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deke's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deke. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labour, and Deke will not say more. But Deke is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
You know what I bet I can do as well? It's this.
Revelio. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
And floop. I do love house elf magic.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon.
Makes sense.
So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek was the most fortunate one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a mooncalf then.
Deek will be waiting for your return. Deek thinks you'd be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Revelio. Arresto momentum. Revelio. It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a mooncalf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the mooncalves dancing. It's a marvellous sight. Deek supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deek will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deek isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Oh, does this open to like a big open area? That's so cool if yes. Oh, holy crap. Simulated wilderness,
Look at
that's
this.
so cool.
It's amazing.
Where are we, Deek?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
Sure. Tap RB to open the beast management menu. Beast can be rescued in the Highlands. Select a Puffskein, Jobberknoll, and a Mooncalf. Okay. I'll select my green Jobberknoll because it's cool. Mooncalf. Which one do I want? Probably one of the purple ones, I guess. Maybe this white one. Oh, is it special? It's got a little thing next to its name. Did this thing have a thing next to its name? And... sure.
Oh! Oh! Deek thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deek hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
That's what that last
Any
shop
beasts
is.
that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them.
Nice.
Speaking
So you can
of
sell them.
care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Which I already do, because I bought some randomly. And when a magical beast is nurtured and provide materials with magical byproducts, feed and brush them, tap that to assign a beast feed, okay. Hey, collect stuff from them. Cool.
Most excellent.
This is really cool. I love this so much. Oh, he's still eating.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing.
Oh, well, these traits I've
making
been
your
collecting.
clothing more
I see.
useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
Cool.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
I've just made myself, like, really powerful, I think. That's so trippy and cool. Look at that. Oh, I love it. So, we want to build a loom, right?
That came out nicely. I should show Deke. Revelio.
Oh, there you are. Hey, Dick.
I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Cool.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality.
Okay.
Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Cool. So a couple of things. One, let's go to Hogsmeade. The reason I want to go to Hogsmeade is because I can sell these extra beasts that I have. And I don't feel bad about it because they're apparently, she puts them to a good home, which is nice. Oh, I kind of want to spend some time just decking out my vivarium now.
Come.
So, where is it? Up here? I think it's up here. Indeed it is.
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick.
Revelio.
A cool feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Cool. Well, hello, I want to talk to you.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck, and before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently,
Nice contrivance.
had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncar fur? Derrickle feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Derricles. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
Seems like a poor choice of inventory. Surely that's obvious.
You don't mind sharing your opinions, do you? Despite the fact that we are a wizarding village, doesn't mean these things appear by magic. Takes a lot to round up these feathers. Don't get me started on thwoppers. Most of the suppliers of thwopper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's.
Perhaps it was your dealings with Fruipers that led you to the precarious idea of stocking diracles.
Oh, you are well and cheeky, aren't you? Don't worry, I don't mind. Never had a still tongue in my head either. And I'll have you know that it's my highest priority to ensure that all beasts are safe and well cared for. Right thing to do and good for business. Anyway, perhaps you should have a look around. Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need.
What a weird woman.
And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Okay, so she sells all the byproducts, and she will also buy my actual animals. Cool.
I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me.
This one has a cool head crest. I like the fact that you can actually see that they look different in the menu, which is nice. Okay, so I now have room to catch more animals.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
This beast cannot be rescued. Cool. So that's done. I think that's probably going to be it for now. I was tempted to go talk to Sebastian as well, but that seems like too many things.